All right, we're rolling. I don't know if it can see me as well, but we'll just kind of do this. All right, everybody, friends. So as promised, I decided you guys wanted to ask some questions specifically to Dynamite and Honeybee about this journey that we've been on. You've all asked a lot of questions to me, and I've answered most of them. But now it's time to ask them. At this point, we are at the unofficial halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. So we're sitting at the Conservancy, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, where we've checked in, got our numbers, and that. But anyhow, let's go ahead and just get to the questions, and I hope I remembered them all. There's quite a few, but let's just get to it. But where do I start? I guess the number one question really where we should start is, why did you decide to hike the Appalachian Trail?
I think it was more of like a why not. I was away working for disaster relief, and Cody was watching YouTube videos, and I come home and he's like, let's hike the Appalachian Trail. This sounds like a great idea. I'm like, what? I took a little bit of convincing.
So what was it that drove you to that, though? Just watching videos? Was there a specific person or a specific video that inspired you to do this?
Well, we went on a section hike, I guess, to what was it?
Standing Indian Mountain.
Nobody's here walking the Appalachian Trail today. What's going on?
No hikers.
I normally run into people in Maryland.
Oh.
You're lost. You're lost. He's lost. I'm lost too.
Yeah.
He lost. No, sir.
Okay.
I want to talk to somebody real quick. That's why I come stop real quick. So talk to me real quick. Where y'all coming from? What part?
Yeah. If actually, we'd love to talk with you. We're actually right in the middle of a video. We're doing a video right now. So, but you can certainly listen in. We're doing an interview for a YouTube video.
First of all, I think I screwed up, but second of all, I respect it.
You're all good. So you
I
didn't.
apologize. I didn't
You're okay. No, you're fine. We're good.
I know.
We're making it real. We're making it real.
So making it real, but they need a somebody with a camera to follow them.
All right. So where were you with that?
We section hiked the Standing Indian Mountain and Blood Mountain. I guess like a year and a half ago.
It was Standing Indian Mountain and then Mount Mitchell near Flintstone.
Yeah, it was Blood Mountain.
We did Blood Mountain in January, like.
We never did Mount Mitchell.
Okay, you can see where this is going. But nevertheless, it sounds like you guys did a couple of section hikes, and that really got you interested.
Yeah. And then I was watching Matheson Brown. His trail name was Bear. He hiked it last year. I watched his YouTube video, and that just kind of got me interested, and I figured I could do it if he could do it, and I don't know.
So,
try it.
So for preparing for it, what did you guys do?
Ate food.
Yeah, ate a lot of pizza and ice cream.
But as far as preparing, did you? I mean, you got to pay your bills, you got to pay car payments, things like that, right?
Well,
still paying my car payment.
Yeah. And that was another reason. It's like our lease was up, so we stayed at his brother's house for a month. So that helped. It was like perfect timing where we could leave our lives for a little bit.
Okay. What would you say what you've budgeted, your monthly budget is for the trail? Because that comes up a lot. Is how much does it cost? Is it really affordable?
Well, we read a lot, like 1,000 a month per person, but we've been well under that each month. I would say we're sitting around 700 for both of us a month, so it's pretty affordable if you make it affordable.
And it's pretty nice having like two people because we can get like the bulk items at grocery stores, like the value pack, so you can just split it and then it's the perfect size.
Yeah. Okay, and at some other point, I'll go into some of the more details about budgeting and cost to hike the Appalachian Trail. So, what's it like to hike as a couple? Let's let Honeybee answer that first.
I mean, it's difficult, but it's also awesome. You are sharing what we have a very tiny tent right now for upgrading. So excited. But you definitely you share everything, and you're smelly, and you smell really bad. And I think that you have to be able to let things go and just be able to roll with it. You're like, okay, you're having a bad day, that's fine, and respect the other person a lot.
Okay, Dynamite?
It is difficult at times, but I think in the end it's pretty easy to get along, but we both have to definitely have our space. I'll hike with her sometimes in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon, but I do go ahead of her a lot just because we are out here to hike our own hike.
He's much faster.
So,
Much faster.
so I think we just need, individual space at times, but other than that, I mean, you're pretty close 24/7 with each other in the tiny tent.
What makes it difficult?
Makes it difficult? I think just the fact that you're trying to hike your own hike. It's hard hiking with people and going back and forth and trying to figure out, but we agree with most of the places where we're going to stop or what we're going to do. But I don't know, it's been fairly easy, I would say.
Okay, so which kind of leads into the question, how do you work out the differences that you have on the trail?
I don't feel like we have really a lot of differences. I feel like it's personal. I remember one day when it was miserable outside. It was cold, it was rainy. I was just done for the day, and I got super upset, and Cody was just like, it's okay. Gave me a hug. He set up my sleeping bag and my sleeping pad, and just get in, warm up, and then we'll go have dinner. And I was like, okay. And then we just giggled all night in the tent, and it was really funny because that was when it was below freezing, I think, right after hot springs. So
Okay.
cold.
What's been the most difficult piece of this journey thus far?
Individually or just
Individually.
Yeah.
I think just pushing through the bad days, as far as it being cold and rainy. And
If any of you all need to get to Walmart, the bus is due to come by through here in about 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think just getting through the cold and rainy days is the most difficult part, just pushing yourself mentally. I don't think the physical part's necessarily as hard as the mental game, but I'm a little bit physically fit. But I could see where it would be, but I think the mental game is definitely the harder part of it.
Okay, what about you, Honeybee?
What was the question?
The most difficult.
Okay.
What's been the most difficult part of the journey thus far?
I think it's when I'm hurting and physically in pain, and Cody's still ready to go, and I'm like, hey, can we take it maybe a little bit slower? Finding that balance between pushing it to knowing the point where you can push a little bit further, or it's actually painful and you need to stop and rest. So I think that balance in between there.
Okay, when it comes to the mental challenge, is there one specific thing that gets to you, that you think about, that gets at you?
I don't think it's one specific thing. I know that I was feeling a little down, around mile 700, and I just was like, oh my, I don't want to walk anymore. This is miserable. The weather was really shitty, and it was just we've been seeing the same scenery, and I think that was around the time that, after trail days, I think we both got sick.
Yeah.
It was but then you set another goal. We reached a new state today. That was awesome. You hit another 100 miles, and setting little goals, I think, helps a lot.
Okay, Dynamite?
The mental game?
Yeah, is there one specific thing that really gets at you sometimes that you just start thinking about?
I don't think one specific thing. I think we're hiking for 10 hours a day plus, more than that probably. But I think just because you're steadily hiking, you're just thinking about multiple different things, and it's just...
Have either one of you thought about quitting?
Not really. I mean, I totally consider, I'm that would be so nice to be at home in your bed and shower
Sure, so you
all
think
the
of
time.
those things, but actually saying, you know what, I just want to be done. You haven't had that? Will you finish the trail?
I hope so.
I mean,
Yeah, as long as physically able.
mentally able to? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I know I'm going to forget a couple, but let's. I'm going to ask this question, you guys. Now, I can already tell you what the answer is going to. Well, the answer is not going to come out, but let's just get the expression. Will there be a Katahdin proposal?
Probably not. It's cliche at this moment.
Okay, and then another one was, what's it like to hike with Tribute? Do you want me to leave the room? Of course, I've got to watch the video anyway, but
Yes.
someone asked, they wanted to know what it's like to hike with Tribute. Honeybee?
It's been great. Like, I like our little family. We usually will wake up and Cody and I are out before Tribute, and he usually wakes up and is like, 15 minutes behind you, I got you. And I'm the slowest one in the group for sure, so I'll be at the end, and sometimes he can sneak up on me, which he'll scare me, and that's always fun. But then he'll usually be in the middle, and he'll like stop and always like be sure to check on me and make sure that I'm good, or if like someone's coming, he'll be like, oh, there's a big group of people behind me, even though it's literally just me. And then I'll see those two, and they'll just be running, and it's always fun, and like lots of giggles. And
Dynamite?
I
I don't know, I'm always behind him.
Yeah, it's been great, but honestly, I feel like it's kind of like hiking with a dog. Like I said, like man's best friend, but like he's like scattered. Like he's either behind us, or he'll like run in front of us, or he'll like run to a viewpoint. Then like you'll see him running down the trail, and then he'll forget what he's talking about, and he'll start talking about something else, or he'll hear the same story over and over again.
That was a joke for a while.
But no, it's awesome having him around. I don't know, he's very entertaining. Gonna miss hiking with him for sure.
I feel like dinners were always my favorite. He would pull out, and we usually would have 2 dinners. I think you're at 3 maybe now. And he's like, man, I'm so hungry. And then just like create these creations of Cheez-Its and random things. And you're like, that looks so good, but so random.
As a woman hiking the trail, do you have any advice for upcoming through hikers?
Just don't be afraid to get out there. You're gonna smell. Everybody does. It just is one of those things. Yeah, just ask questions. Everyone has been super friendly and nice. And then it's really, like, I feel like, especially in the beginning, there's so many people, so you can make friends and talk with people and see what, find other people that you can hike with, and that's pretty nice.
Okay. How about as a couple? Is there anything different really? I guess we've kind of covered that anyway, really.
I feel like
But
patience
advice.
and like you don't have to hike with each other the entire time. I think that's a good thing to like feel like take your time and like you can because obviously no one is the exact same pace all the time, so one person can like hike ahead, and as long as like you're both on the same page of where you're going, because that is important, I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any, and I'm gonna change this question a little bit, but is there another long trail that you guys plan on doing? The question was, specifically PCT, Triple Crown, but is there another long trail in the near future?
Maybe.
PCT 2020.
I'm on the fence.
She's on the fence.
Let's finish this one, and then we'll see.
Okay, do you have plans? What are your plans in the immediate future after you complete the AT? You haven't.
Not yet. I have 1,200 miles to figure that one out.
Yeah. And I knew that one would be one that we're only halfway through this, and now we probably need to start thinking about that post-trail depression and what we're going to do to manage that and all. So I hope I haven't. I know there's probably a couple more that I've forgotten, but I think that's really about it.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll all do some trail magic next year.
Speaking of trail magic,
Yes.
favorite trail magic yet?
Ooh,
Is there any particular one?
I think it was the sisters, the Ross sisters. They had us for 3 meals. They took us in as their family. They were hikers in 2017. The 2 sisters were. And it was nice because they like shared a tent too. So Cody and I were like looking at their tent because it was huge. We're like in a glorified 1-person tent at the moment. And it was like, oh my gosh, like that's so nice. And their dad had a flat top grill and melted the cheese and toasted your burger buns. And they packed us out hard-boiled eggs.
Dynamite? It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably the same. Those burgers were really good.
And
Yeah,
they
it
just
was
kept
really nice.
bringing them. He would be like, their dad would be like, hey, you haven't eaten in a while. Here's a burger. Meanwhile, you ate like 10 minutes ago. And you're like, oh, okay.
Do you have a most memorable moment?
Bad or good?
It doesn't matter.
I think the most memorable moment is probably Roman Mountain. That was a tough day.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-mile day in the rain and sleet and hail. And
I'm going to go with you on that one.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
I agree. I was feeling real shitty, and all of a sudden I just see tribute. Did you have your orange raincoat at that time? I don't think so.
No.
And he was just like, oh man, I was like getting deep into my thoughts, and then I forgot that there's other people around, and then just like turns around and asks how I'm doing, and I'm like having a very bad day, and I'm like about to cry, and I'm like, but we made it to the barn over mountain, which was super cool. We all slept on. Poor Tribby didn't have a sleeping pad, so he was very cold. We all slept on the bottom, and it turned out to be a good day, even though I almost flew over.
Well, this is the time that we come to that we are splitting up as what they call a tramily, and I mean, we'll have lunch together, but we've hiked our last miles together at least unless they catch up. So, but we'll see what happens. If I've missed some questions, I can probably answer them for you, or I can easily reach out. I can easily reach out to them to get them answered. So, but I'm glad we could get together and do this. And you guys, I love you, man. You guys you're like my kids, you know.
No.
It's been fun, and I said in a Facebook Live video today that it hurts a little bit, and that I love these kids, and that each one of them have brought value into my life, and they've each inspired me. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now that you both have inspired me. You, because you just go. You don't complain, at least out loud. You just go, and I'm so very impressed that we tell you where we're going, and you show up. And in Dynamite, you keep me going.